Welcome to Tamara Tattletales. I'm Tamara and I spill the tea on your favorite reality stars. Married at First Sight, Jaime Otis. She was featured in the first season as the bride who fell to the floor in tears after saying I do to Doug, a stranger she did not find attractive. Eventually, not only did they agree to stay married, but they are still married today, over 7 years later, and have 2 kids. Now, in 2016, Jaime was cast as the host of Married at First Sight Unfiltered. The show is taped shortly after Decision Day, but the cast pretends they are answering Jaime's questions in real time. Well, lately there's been an outcry by many fans against Jaime. They do not like her as a host, and they want her to be replaced. There were also some accusations that she misused relief money set aside for businesses to purchase a home in Florida.
Okay, welcome to our new kitchen.
There's the husband. I could just show you also, this is gonna be like the dining area, and then this is gonna be the living area. And then if you just walk this way, that leads out to our garage. That is our front door. This is the kitchen. This leads out to our pool.
This is water. This is water.
She and Doug are currently selling their 2 homes and are temporarily living in an RV. They're hoping that a minimal lifestyle will bring their family closer together. Anyway, some went as far as creating an online petition to have her removed from Unfiltered. Well, it appears as though Lifetime was listening. Recently, Jaime posted this message on her social media. I wanted you to hear this from me because I myself found out unexpectedly. I won't be hosting Married at First Sight Unfiltered this season. Please read my whole statement before making assumptions. My whole life I had to think quickly when the rug is ripped out from under my feet. I was about 5 when my mom told me she finally found my father, only to learn later that the 5th paternity test ended up -2. I was in elementary school when I was told to live with the neighbor up the street because my mom broke up with her boyfriend and we couldn't stay at his trailer anymore. All throughout my school years, I was living with my mom's random friends and boyfriends because she was a single mom with 5 kids and had no support. Hosting Married at First Sight was my absolute dream job. I began hosting that amazing show 10 seasons ago. Shout out to Liz Fine, who believed in me first. I was on set shooting in Florida when I began losing my first son. I bled through pad after pad while interviewing cast members, but I didn't stop because I knew if the host left, the show obviously couldn't go on. I hosted while super pregnant with my rainbow baby. I'd fly my 3-month-old out so I can host and nurse because I didn't have a milk stash. So thankful to work with a team that let me take nursing breaks and a PR friend who watched my baby in studio. I hosted this show immediately, literally a few weeks after giving birth to my son. We set up a studio in my living room during quarantine. I have given my all to Married at First Sight because in a lot of ways, it has given its all to me. That show, the network, and the production team deserved all I had to give. If it hadn't been for them, I wouldn't have my hubby or our beautiful children. And little old trailer park girl me hosting a national television show on an incredible network like Lifetime. Someone pinch me. Thank you to Lifetime, Kinetic, the crew, and you. Thank you for watching all those seasons. I love you, girlfriend. Sometimes it takes the rug being ripped out from under you to move into good changes. This is the first time in nearly a decade I'm not prepping, shooting a show. I'm welcoming this little break to be with my babies, but I'll be back. Her husband, Doug, and some cast alumni added these comments to her post. Doug says, your dream was to be a TV host and you achieved that. Not many people can say they have lived out their dream. So proud of my wife, her hustle, and how she has time to be a great wife and mother on top of everything else she does is beyond inspiring. I am truly lucky to call you my wife. Bao commented, Jaime, thank you for sharing your incredible journey and opening your home and heart to us. You bravely bared your most tender, life-altering moments with the world. You spoke for many women living the daily challenge of balancing the needs of self, marriage, family, and career. I am grateful for meeting you and hope that our paths cross again. You forever have my admiration and support. P.S. If you're ever in Houston, let us treat you and your family to some good old Texas barbecue. And remember Dr. Jessica from the early seasons? She hopped on and said, rejection means redirection. Give yourself time to get through the gut punch. You got this. Sending hugs. And Ryan says, Classy post, Jaime. Hope to see you again soon and meet the fam. On her podcast, Jaime got deeper into what happened and her feelings about it. She says that she found out she was no longer the host by one of the husbands from this past season, season 13. Apparently, he was in contact with someone from season 14 who was in Los Angeles to tape an episode of Unfiltered, and Jaime wasn't there. So he contacted Jaime to ask her what was going on, and that's how she found out. So this was a complete surprise. She contacted the producers and she described the typical way entertainment industry behaves. When you're hot, and people bend over backwards for you, but when you are no longer hot, you are basically treated like an outsider, like nobody. She said the producers told her they decided to go a different way. She did ask if there was something she did wrong, like she was open to criticism because she was always looking to improve and be better. The producers wouldn't give her any negative feedback. They just stuck to their story and said they decided to go a different way. Jaime said she felt hurt, rejected, and disrespected by the way she found out, but good Lord, who wouldn't? After 10 seasons of hosting the show felt like her own, like her baby. But she's not upset with production for replacing her. She's just upset about the way they went about it. And even though she loved hosting the show, she was beginning to lose a little passion for it because the marriages were getting more and more difficult. She said it really hurt her heart to see people get hurt so badly and then have it be her job to play devil's advocate. She didn't name names, but she said one of the husbands from the previous seasons was abusive, and it was challenging for her to get behind that type of behavior. I believe what she meant by that, like it was not her place to call out cast members on their behavior, but to just get their side of the story. All in all, she's grateful for the time she spent on the show, and her ongoing therapy sessions have helped her get through this. As for her replacement, well, ever since Gil hit the scene regularly asking cast members questions, fans have been unofficially voting him to be the host of Unfiltered. Some have gone as far as accusing him of applying for MAFS so that he could host Unfiltered. But unless he had some insider knowledge a year ago that Jaime was going to be fired and that they were going to replace her with the MAFS alumni, this doesn't seem plausible to me. And he recently did an Instagram live where he said that they have not approached him to host the show. If you're a subscriber to my channel, then you already knew that. If you're not, then be sure to subscribe to stay in the know. So who's going to replace Jaime? Well, the rumor is that they're considering, you ready for this one? Keisha Knight Pulliam for the job. I know, totally random, right? Keisha was featured in a Lifetime TV movie, Pride and Prejudice Atlanta. During the filming, she met Pastor Cal. Now, I'm not familiar with the movie, but he played himself, and apparently he hit it off with Keisha. Now, I don't know if he recommended her for the job, or if he co-signed when she was suggested, or if she's even the final pick. All this remains to be seen, but you know, I'll bring it to you as soon as I know.